All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. We're a few days away from football season here. I can smell it in the air. Yes, sir. It's about that
Let's
time.
go.
I can smell it. I invited one of the friends of the show, but not just the regular friends of the show. Friend of the show. This is one of my best friends, Money Mike Miller. Money Mike Miller is we nicknamed him Money Mike because he's a he's a financial genius, and he wins a whole lot in our fantasy league. He always takes the money home. So, Money Mike, man, welcome to the
Thank you for
show.
having me, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. We're going to jump into some picks. Me and Mike, we get into debates every year about who's going to win, who's going to lose. So we want to be held accountable by all the viewers. Hey, Money Mike, this time it's on wax. So we get called out for every good and bad pick. You down?
I'm good. I'm usually right, so it's good. Let's
There
go.
you go, Money Mike. All right. I'm your I'm your host, Tony G. We're going to jump straight into picks. And anybody who disagrees, circle back after week one and let's talk about it. Let's argue all the above. Money Mike, I'm ready to shoot.
Let's go.
All right, week one, Thursday night. Detroit, Detroit at Kansas City. Who you got, Money?
So I'm going to take the unpopular pick here, right? It's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. However, the Lions are, I think, a young and upcoming team. I think they got a game plan. I think they're all bought into a system. I think the absence of Chris Jones makes a huge difference on that defense for Kansas City. I
Uh-oh.
think I think Detroit's offensive line is one of the best in the league. I think they got David Montgomery back there and my man Jameer Gibbs, and I think they're going to put a whole lot of play action together off of a lot of successful runs, and I think they edge out the Chiefs in a surprise victory.
Wow. That's big. I was not expecting you to say that. Wow.
I think I got to go with them, man. It's the thing is set up for Mahomes, but week one is
Wow.
weird every year, man. Week one is weird every year.
It is. It is, but I like the pick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. He's going Lions over Kansas City Chiefs week one. Hey, Mike, I'm going to jump in and totally disagree with you right there, my brother.
Okay.
I'm going Kansas City by default. I'm not even going to get it. I have no other reason other than Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback. You had a good argument with Chris Jones,
Yeah,
but I gotta disagree with you just because I want it to be that much more juicy when we circle back on week two.
I like it. I like
All right,
it. I
let's
can
get
I
it.
can respect that.
Yep,
All right, man. I got one for you.
let's go.
So we got Jimmy Garoppolo and the game managing Raiders versus Russell Wilson in a comeback year for the Broncos. Who do you got?
All right. So Broncos Raiders. I'm gonna take Broncos in this. I think. Oh my God. Hold on, real quick. Are you kidding me? Out of all the time she wants to come down. Hold on. No.
Oh.
Out of all the time she never comes down here. Wow.
All
I had to kick my cat out the room real quick. All right. So Raiders, Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Broncos, man. I don't have a whole lot to defend myself on that. I just hope that I hope that Russell Wilson comes back. He may or may not be without Jerry Judy. His O line believes in him. I don't know how much that's worth, but I'm going Broncos over the new look Raiders. Who you got?
right, so I have to agree with you on this, but I'm going for a whole different reason. I'm going because it's Sean Payton. I believe in the experience that he has. I
Yep.
think they're going to employ a two-back system with P. Ryan and Javante Williams. If Judy's back, it makes it all that much sweeter. I think the Raiders are going to be a train wreck, and I think Devontae Adams is going to be a trade candidate by the deadline.
I love it. Called him a
Uh,
train wreck. I forgot about Sean
yeah,
Payton. Good point. All right,
yeah.
boom. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, Cincinnati at Cleveland, man. Deshaun
Ooh.
Watson's first full season. Who you got?
All right. I cannot stand the people who keep talking about the Bengals like it's their division. I actually think they're going to finish third in that division this year. And I think it's a dogfight between the Browns, no pun intended, and the Ravens. And I like Deshaun Watson. I think when he was in his groove, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He can make every throw. He can read every defense. Just a humongous asset to that team when he is back in the groove. Not to mention they got Nick Chubb running behind that offensive line, and that defense is pretty damn good. Myles Garrett is a beast. So I like that rep, and I know the Bengals have Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. We don't know if Joe Burrow's leg is 100% right, but I know the defense lost a lot. They lost Jesse Bates. They lost uh, the Von Bell, the other safety. So they lost two starting safeties. That defense is not the same. Offensively, they're a good team, but defensively, I think they have a lot to prove this season.
Got you. So I'm picking the Cleveland Browns to win the division. I just don't think they're gonna take this game. I think they need a little bit more time to put it together. I think that the Bengals are not very good in the division, but I think they take this one. But I'm still giving the Browns the division. But I'm going Cincinnati week one. Out the gate just because they've had some not so good success trying to beat win division games. So I think they're gonna steal that one. I think it's gonna be close. I'm going Cincinnati on that one.
If I can give you a fantasy pick for this week for that game, watch out for Elijah Moore. I think he's going to be the number one receiver in Cleveland at the end of the year. And I think he has a good connection all training camp with Deshaun Watson. So I feel like they're going to come up with some big plays here.
I like it. Together. I like it.
Yep.
I like that one. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool. So I'm going to give you a very anticipated matchup. This one's going to be Buffalo and the New York Jets.
Oh,
tell me your thoughts.
Monday night, 9/11.
Yes.
I'm going with the Jets, man. I know there's some people who are going to be angry. I'm going with the New Look Jets. Despite the offensive line woes, I think it's new look, a lot of hype, 9/11, New York City, New Jersey, whichever, whatever you feel. I'm going chip on his shoulder. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. I hope I'm right, but I'm going to stand on this. So if they do lose, I need everybody in the comments to come get me. Just come and get me. I'm going Aaron Rodgers, the New Look Jets, to beat the Bills on 9/11.
Oof. Well, if you know what I mean. This offensive line is one of the worst in the entire league. And I like Buffalo's pass rush. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be underneath constant pressure. I think Buffalo's offense is going to continue to pick up where they left off last year. Gabe Davis is healthy. I don't see New York being able to compete in this one.
I like it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hope the Jets aren't that bad though. It's really, really bad on the offensive line. I'm hoping that we're being tricked. I'm not mad at it. I can't argue that one. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
All right. Jacksonville at Indy.
Oof. The Jaguars, the addition of Calvin Ridley to an offense that was already ascending last year. I think the other guy I really like on this backfield is Tank Bigsby. I think Etienne's going to get some passing down work. I think he's going to still run the ball successful, but Tank Bigsby is an underrated running back, I believe, from this year's draft. And the addition of Calvin Ridley is going to open up things tremendously on this offense. Mm-hmm. Defensively, they drafted well. I do like Anthony Richardson and the Colts, but unfortunately, no Jonathan Taylor. I don't see it. I don't see it yet. I think it's going to be a learning curve for Anthony Richardson. And unfortunately, week one will be his first lesson.
I'm on the same type of time. I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to cut it week one. Quite frankly, no running game. You can't depend on him. We don't know what we're getting. It'd be a surprise to see him do well. I think Trevor Lawrence and the boys are going to run circles around them for week one. Um, yeah, nah, no Indy. It's all Jacksonville week one. So boom.
Ooh,
Yep.
like the pick. All
Um,
right,
yep.
I'm gonna give you one here. Okay,
Yep.
so the Miami Dolphins and the LA Chargers.
All right.
Who do you got?
Miami at LA. I'm taking Miami. I'm torn. I'm taking Miami. I think they have better all around offensive weapons. Though they're missing a big defensive component, I'm going Miami. I don't think that the Rams have the firepower to keep up this year. Who you got?
So it's actually the Chargers, LA Chargers. Yeah, you said Rams.
All right, let me. Wait, where am I looking? It is. Oh man. All right, let me. All right, let me circle back.
Redo. Okay.
Um. Oof. I'm taking Miami against the LA Chargers. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Um,
Yes.
I think both teams lack in defense. I think that the better of the two defenses is the Miami Dolphins, even without Jalen Ramsey. I'm going Miami. I think it's a shootout. I think we're gonna have a 38-35 type of game, back and forth. Give me Miami. Who you got?
Set your fantasy lineups. This one's going to be a scorcher, a burner, a 50 burger, whatever you want to call it. I think
Yep.
it's going to be a lot of points in this one. Um, if Tua can stay healthy and if all his jiu-jitsu comes in handy that he did this year,
All right.
I think Tyreek Hill is that one of those top 3, 4 receivers in the league that is just that good after the catch. Deep balls opens things up for Jalen Waddle.
Right.
Devon A Chain, he's got some jets. This guy does. There's speed all around on this Miami offense.
Right.
So I really like it. It's hard for me to go against Justin Herbert because I think he's got a lot of weapons. The guy can ball. But I do like Miami a little bit more in this one. So I'm going to go Miami Dolphins on this one.
Got you. All right. We got a few good ones left. We got 5 minutes. We're gonna start running through them.
Go for it.
All right. Battle of the bad divisions, man. We're gonna go. Who you got? Carolina at Atlanta, bro. I know.
Oh, all right. I'm going ATL on this one. Look, Carolina to me is just so under staffed when it comes to talent wise. You got 3 top picks on the Falcons offense alone, and that defense is a lot better than what people think. So I'm going to go Carolina in a close one. I'm sorry, I'm going to go Atlanta in a close
Okay.
one.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm taking Atlanta. More experience. I think. Yeah, just more experience overall. No question marks. Well, still question mark at quarterback. We don't know who he is, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is the worst division in football.
It is.
I'm going Atlanta. Hit me.
Gotcha. I like it. So we did not say LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm going Seattle. Geno Smith is too efficient. This could definitely blow up in our faces. Oh, well, in my face anyway. I'm going Seattle based off of how they finished last year. And LA, I don't think they have enough firepower to keep up right now. Seattle for me.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Cooper Kupp's still not 100% to play yet.
Yep.
That hasn't been decided yet. And then the addition of Jackson Smith and Njigba, and
Yep.
I mean they got weapons all around. If Geno Smith can play what he did last year, this offense could be a really good offense this year.
Gotcha.
I'm going Seattle.
Yep. I like it. Cowboys at Giants opening up against the division rival. Cowboys at Giants, man. Who you got?
Cowboys. Look, the Giants, I think are going to play I just don't think they have enough to play with the Eagles or the Cowboys this season. They did add Darren Waller. They have Saquon Barkley, but when it comes down to those top teams in that division, I just don't think they have enough. Cowboys defense is also one of the best. I like them in the league. It's going to be tough going for Daniel Jones in this one.
All right, I'm with you. I think Daniel Jones is running around for his life. I mean, the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen at times. But but I think Daniel Jones running for his life. I think the Cowboys defense ultimately does enough to win that game. I'm going Cowboys.
Like it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans at New Orleans Saints.
I'm going to go. I like the weapons for Tennessee. Call me crazy. I'm going New Orleans. I think Alvin Kamara bounces back. I think Michael Thomas in a contract year fights for his place alongside of Chris um, Olave. I'm going New Orleans. I think Derek Carr comes in with a chip on his shoulder, but deflates later in the year, as he always does.
I'm going to go against you in this one. No Kamara for the first 4 weeks. Derrick Henry going to be pounding it.
That's right.
DeAndre Hopkins out there. I think they win this one in a possession style management game, and I think they edge out the Saints.
All right, I'm gonna put a star next to that one. I think that's one we got to argue about.
I like it.
I like that one. I want to circle back to that one. I'm holding you to that. You might be right, but I'm gonna hold you to that. 49ers at the Pittsburgh Steelers, week 1.
I am going to take the upset here, as much as I hate to say it. I think Pittsburgh, I think this 2 years in a row the Niners dropped the opener. I think it's a closer game than we think. I think it's edged out. I think Kenny Pickett did improve a little bit.
Right.
But a Steelers defense with a healthy J.J. Watt, I think they just get enough on there to hang around in a close one. I like the Niners this year. I think they're going to win the division, but it's week 1. Weird shit happens, and I think the Steelers are gonna upset them the first week.
Ooh, it's quite a surprise coming from you, man.
I know it's hard to say.
I'm going with the 49ers. I think TJ Watt makes the team so much better. I just think that the overall defense, I mean, they got to figure out the Bosa situation. Overall, I think defense is going to win this game, and I think that San Francisco's defense is slightly better than Pittsburgh's. Purdy's going to manage. It's going to be a close one. I don't think it's going to be a shootout, but I'm going 49ers.
Like it. All right, this one I wish we didn't even have to pick this game, but Arizona at Washington.
I don't like either, but I'm gonna go Washington. Simply because I like how I like Sam Howell, watching him during the preseason. He came out firing. I think his weapons are really, really good. He's got a bunch of good weapons. How he utilizes them is on him. I'm going Washington, even though I really don't want to pick either of these teams.
Keep it simple. No Kyler Murray, no DeAndre Hopkins, no way. Washington.
Easy.
Yep.
Houston at Baltimore.
Ooh, Baltimore. It's not close. I think Lamar Jackson gets finally a supporting cast. I'm not the biggest fan, as you know, but I got to give the man his due. He hasn't had a supporting cast that really anything like what he has now. I think Zay Flowers is going to be the number 1 receiver at the end of the year for Baltimore. I like Mark Andrews returning. Odell Beckham is still an option out there. Bateman can surprise people. That offense is good. That defense is even better. I don't see anything. I would bet my paycheck on Baltimore in this game.
Oh, I like what you just said. Money Mike said he's going to bet his paycheck on Baltimore. But truth be told, I'm with you. I think the game is too much for CJ Stroud. I don't trust OSU quarterbacks. I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a field day with his new weapons. I do believe he's going to make mistakes. But I think ultimately this is just going to be a walk in the park for the Ravens. No disrespect, Texas fans. Walk in the park for the Baltimore Ravens. Mike, I'm with you.
Gotcha. Philadelphia at the New England Patriots.
Unfortunately, this is not a cool story. We can't call this like a Super Bowl rematch because Tom Brady's not there anymore. I don't think the Patriots have anything going for them right now. Offensively, the verdict's out on Mac Jones. They picked up Zeke Elliott. He's going to be short yardage. I don't see them producing enough on offense to compete with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts finishes how he starts how he finished, and that's that. What about you?
Yeah, I think the Eagles would have to have their worst day in the last 2 or 3 years in football in order to lose this game.
Wow.
I don't think Mac Jones is it. I don't think the Patriots offense has any real weapons. It's gonna be a bad day in the office for. I think this could be Belichick's last year. I'm gonna put it that way.
Serious. I do believe that. I'm with you on that. I don't think that turns out well. Easy. NFC North showdown. Green Bay at Chicago.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I know it's not the super most popular pick, but I think DJ Moore makes a difference on this team. The offensive line got a little better. They have a nice committee on the backfield. Justin Fields, if you can take that next step, if you look at last year, I don't think anybody would have said Jalen Hurts would have had an MVP caliber season, but they went out and they got an AJ Brown. Well, they're trying to replicate that here in Chicago. They went out and got a DJ Moore to help with Justin Fields, a true number one. I think it makes a difference. I'm not saying he's going to be Jalen Hurts this year, but I think they have enough to get some W's this year.
Gotcha. This is another game I didn't want to make a pick for. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you on the Bears. I simply know nothing about the Green Bay Packers. So Aaron Jones and Jordan, I know they have a couple good corners. Their secondary is decent, but outside of Aaron Jones, I don't trust Jordan Love or anybody else on that team at this point. So yeah, I'm going with the Bears. Boom.
Gotcha. I think there's one left, and that's Tampa Bay at Minnesota.
Baker Mayfield's the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Minnesota.
That's all. Minnesota's offense was pass heavy last year. I think they go even more pass heavy. At Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Kirk Cousins better than Baker Mayfield. I got to go Minnesota.
Yeah, they got the best in the game. I didn't think we'd disagree there, but you never know, man.
Yeah.
Bang. All right, I think that does it. So here's how this is going to work, everybody. So I want you guys to circle back and really talk about how badly or how good that these picks aged, because I like to hear it. I talk smack because I can take it. Me and Mike been going at it for years, but right now we want you guys to circle back, and if it aged like milk, let us know. If it aged like wine, let's talk about it. Appreciate the viewership. Money Mike, man, I love you. You are my brother. Thank you for stopping in. I will see you next week.
Yes, I love you too, my man.
Yes.
And don't worry, guys. Don't hurt his feelings, because he's going to be wrong.
Look, we're here. YouTube is here. So see you guys soon. Money Mike, man, appreciate you. Guys, I think it's time to go. Hey, happy football to everybody. Finally. Yes. Happy football. Let's get
set your fantasy lineups.
Yeah, set your fantasy lineups. I'm your host, Tony G. This is the Pick'em version, the Pick'em edition of Football Fever.